Just getting it all set up, sir. I hear you.
You just get off work or you off
Hold on. Oh, I just got off of work, man. I was just getting the stream set up. What's up, guys? What's going on? Yes, we are already streaming, sir.
We're live already?
Yeah, we're live. Of course we're live.
God damn, 7 minutes early.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on? And for those of you that are wondering, the start time is at 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So heads up for anybody that wants to put the timestamp down below. Yeah, I just got off of work. It was a pretty nice night. It was really good, actually. Really, really good.
Did you kill a vape game at work?
Nope, but I'm doing it now. I wish they would let me do it at work, but the company I work for, they're like, we consider it smoking. What terrible podcast is going to happen? Storm, do not bring in your BLM stuff here, sir. Jeez. We've been over this.
Hashtag Black Lives Matter, Stormspark. Black Lives Matter.
That shit is hilarious. Oh. Man, so
it's National Selfie Day. Did you post a selfie?
I didn't know today was a National Selfie Day. That's a thing?
I tweeted you with my selfie flipping you off. Hey, you and Rambo.
Hey, yo, fuck you, buddy, all right? I was at work doing something. I'm just kidding. Oh, wow, dinner's done? Mmm.
I just wanted to try some. I know I'm sorry. It's real hot. Just blow on. Okay.
All right, so my girl made me a potato, cheese, and chicken with veggies. Taste test.
Delicious. You blow on it, Val.
Mm.
You know what I did? I took those steamer vegetables and had the cheese sauce with it.
Looks, yeah, it tastes pretty good. Thank you, baby. I love you too.
Yeah, I just thought the mashed potatoes would be easier and faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tastes
Tastes really good.
Cool. Love you.
Love you too. So I'm eating a mashed potato concoction created by my girl, and it's delicious. Hot as like lava.
So Rambo said it's that he's gonna be a little late.
Uh-huh.
But since we're a little early, it's gonna end up being a lot late.
I hope everything's okay with him. From what we last talked, it didn't sound like it was gonna be.
It is. I already talked to him about that days ago. I thought I told you, but I probably didn't.
No, you, somebody was in so much pain that he was a pussy and went to bed early last week or so.
Well, I am raring to go tonight, so hopefully you actually play games tonight, because I know there are those rare occasions you don't.
That is cool, though. I'm glad everything's working out for him. That's good. Man, so is there anything on the docket tonight for news? Like anything worthy of a topic? Yeah, like what?
Necromancer pack for D3 on the 27th.
Oh shit!
So I'm excited for
that. Is there gonna be a price for it?
I don't believe so. I believe it's a free DLC.
Oh, Blizzard! I love you.
As long as you have the Diablo 3 expansion, which if you don't, where the hell have you been? I'm pretty sure it's free.
Okay. I'd be down with that. Hell yeah.
Not only that, but Sega is back.
What do you mean Sega's back?
You can play all of their classics right now and forever for free from your phone.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, published by Sega. There's no catch. You do have to put up with an ad every now and then, but all their classics, Road Rash, Sonic, oh shit, hold on, let me pull up the list again.
I mean, they were practically giving them out before when they were selling the bundle console things, you know, for like really cheap. They're like $20 and you got like fucking 300 games and shit.
Yeah, it's called Sega Forever. You got Altered Beast, Phantasy Star 2, Kid Chameleon, Comic Zone, stuff from Dreamcast, Master System,
oh my
Genesis,
god, really?
Saturn, yes.
Oh my god, I think I came twice.
I know. I'm like, oh man. And see, that's actually really good for me because my wife, like, that was her childhood when it came to gaming. I can't get her into like current games, but when it comes to retro Sega games, or even as far back as like the Wii and GameCube, like with the Wii Animal Crossing, Like, it's over with. Like, those are her games. So the whole Sega thing is amazing. Like, she can finally play some games that she likes, and I don't have to poke her and bug her into playing games.
That's fucking cool, though, dude. That is beast. Seriously, that is badass. So Sega's like, yo, fuck it. We know you guys are, like, ROMing our shit anyway, so here you go.
Yeah, I mean, and at least they can make, you know, some dollars off of it with an ad here and there. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Nintendo actually should take note, because no one wants to spend $20 on your damn online store for an NES Classic game. So put them on mobile or something and throw some ads on them, bitch. You'll still make your money and people will still play them.
Yo, Sega's gonna be taking them to task, dude. Like, seriously.
That's not all. They have a brand new JRPG coming out, I believe, Friday.
Really?
Yes. Let me see if I could find it real quick. I've been, like, oogling at it off and on for the last couple days.
Oogling? You're an oogler?
Sometimes.
Well, they kind of did go get, like, they from what Shangy was just saying, like, they released the mobile versions of every single one of their games on your phone. So, like, in a way, yeah, that's an official ROM from them. You know how much money and, like, trouble that's going to save a lot of people? Because a lot of people were jailbreaking phones and shit not so long ago just to play those fucking games.
Has the Genesis, hold on, what is it called? The Genesis Classic Game Console, $49.99 at Target. Comes with games preloaded on it.
Mm-hmm. Hot,
right
hot.
there.
Ooh, hot. Woo. I'm like eating in the mic. I'm nom 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 nom. Sorry guys, I'll mute my mic. But goddamn, this shit is good.
Valkyria Revolution.
And then on Xbox? That's the one that's on Xbox, isn't it?
No, it's... Oh, wait. No, that might not be it.
Keep talking. I'm going to munch away. I'm going to mute my mic so they don't have to hear me the whole time.
No, June 27th, 2017. Valkyria Revolution. That's the day it launches. You can pre-order it now. PS4, Xbox One. No PC, though. Let's see. PlayStation Vita, digital only. JRPG, $39.99. And if you pre-order from this website, you get their soundtrack with 12 songs. You can pre-order digitally and get some in-game, like, you know, extra items and stuff like that. But it looks pretty nice.
Nice. Very nice. Oh my god, that was good. That was tasty. That was fucking delicious.
So yes, Rags is in fact on vacation in the marijuana state.
Lucky man. He's gonna get high as fuck.
And it's perfectly legal there. You can just walk in and be like, yeah, I want an ounce of that purple Lurple.
And it might be our next destination, bro. You never know.
I hope so.
You'll never have to pay out for a license ever again. You can just walk up to a store and be like, yo, rip me the fuck up.
Speaking of that, $49 and about a week worth of mailing time. That's all it's going to take for me.
Really?
Yup. Christina gave me the lowdown today.
You lucky son of a bitch.
What do you can do it. Jamie can do it.
For that price?
Cats, yes, your cats can do it. You don't even need an ID, dude.
So how do I go about this?
She's gonna text my wife the details, and then I'll text them to you.
Oh man, I will be getting high.
Here in July, though, in Nevada, they're looking to make it completely legal. So that could happen too.
Yeah, boy. What are you guys talking about? I'm not vaping. I'm just sucking on a glow stick.
It's a robot dick.
Hey, come on, Storm. Don't get all mad because you can't kill the vape game.
Yeah. Storm, you better be quiet. You might get noise complaints from your roomies.
The fuck is that fucking voice shit? I don't know. What is the fucking voice shit of that fucking fuck? Ryth. Hey, Ryth. Hey, Blaze, would it work that way? Blaze, tell me you're not fucking playing, man, because getting that THC in his vape, that would be dope. Damn, Storm told you to shut the fuck up. Shane, what are you gonna say about that?
He's been getting pretty aggressive with me. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do to knock him down a peg. I don't know what I need to do. He's in SoCal. You're like 2 hours from me, dude. So catch me outside. How about that?
Took the biggest, fattest vape rip just now off the mic. Are you happy, Apex? Jeez. God.
So what did you end up playing last night? Because I did go to bed at like 11 o'clock.
I got on some League. I played that MMO a little bit longer on that phone. I played quite a bit of League last night, surprisingly. I actually got into it, and then I played some Mobile Legends, because, you know, I've been, like, kind of cracking out on that. So League and Mobile Legends is what I really played last night, since everybody was off. Like, me and Meme stayed up talking all night last night as I was gaming, and he was checking out PC parts and stuff, and we're kind of ripping on Intel and how everybody in the tech industry is kind of, like, laughing at them right now, so, yeah.
Didn't he just build a PC? Why is he looking at new parts already?
Well, he was looking at, like, a possible future build that could actually dominate what he's got now. But, like, he was just looking around, and, yeah, some of the shit that Intel's doing right now, I'm right there with all the other YouTubers. I agree with them. Like, Intel is fucking up, dude. Like, they are turning into the laughing stock. Like, it's sad. I don't want to see that, but... Ah, man. Yeah, you're right, Blaze. They're fucked for a business quarter, but, like, how long until they release another fucking, you know, set? So... Intel is just not right now in a good place when it comes to the consumer standpoint. Maybe in an industry standard for, like, developers and stuff, they're in a good spot. But, yeah, I don't know. I took Storm down a peg at Shaner. Oh, it's because Storm's black, right? Maybe. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Oh, man. So what else is there to talk to? Shit, Sega's busting out some cool shit. Oh, GPUs just upped in prices, huh?
Yeah, confirming that we just need to go get Xbox One X.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. I'm down with that. Isn't Coffee Lake coming soon? Coffee Lake, is that like another code for another CPU? Like,
yeah,
that's a real thing? Lake, I thought that was just a joke. Oh.
No, that's another Intel CPU.
Damn. I don't know about all this bullshit, bro.
Because why not have another line of Intel CPUs? The 50 you got now, I mean, they're not good enough, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's fucking crazy to me. There was an article blaming Bitcoin miners for the increased prices.
Well, yeah, because if you bought like $25 or $100 or whatever worth of Bitcoin like a decade ago, you're now a millionaire. So, I mean, I can see why they upped it that way, because if you mine for Bitcoins now, in 10 years, you might be set for life.
It's just not worth it in my eyes, man. Like, you go through so much hardware to do that. I mean, did you remember seeing when Bitcoin was on a rise, like, what, 3 or 4 years ago, and we were looking at those things, the little, the multi-drive miners that they had just for Bitcoin mining with, like, I'm like, dude, like, no. no, and no. I mean, there was a huge scam on it, actually, a while back when they were doing, what was it, the USB drives that were in their slots, and there was like 30 of them down a rack.
Yep. Bitcoin is like the dirty currency of the internet.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to get, but like if you think about it, within 10 years with your high ass electric bill, because you have to keep those things running. Can you imagine, dude? Like, I couldn't do it, dude. Like, in order for me to be successful at that, I would have to invest into one hell of a killer fucking solar panel, and a fucking power wall with a bunch set up into an array. I mean, that alone's worth thousands of dollars. Like, I would have to do it twice as long just to make up my money. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be worth it, personally. Because the fluctuations of that market is up and down. So, I mean, I don't know.
Like, seriously, though, like, if we just would have known someone, and with the amount of people we run into, I mean, there had to have been someone that was into the whole Bitcoin thing, like 10 years ago or less than that. If we just would have known someone that we bought Bitcoin from, we'd be set for life now. If we hadn't spent it and we just saved it. And like,
right. Yeah. Apex says Ethereum miners are getting all the GPUs. Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys hear what Digital Foundry said about the Xbox X? Rajik, no, I haven't. Please tell me what they say.
But I love you, Storm. Oh, the whole Forza 7 Gran Turismo Sport thing that I told you about yesterday.
Yeah, let's talk about that little tidbit of information.
Should we wait for Rambo?
Nah, we'll get it here soon enough.
Okay, so Forza 7 has more cars, more tracks, dynamic day of time, or dynamic time of day. Sorry, I said that backwards. And dynamic weather. Gran Turismo Sport does not. So, you know, there's that. Forza 7 also is native 4K. Gran Turismo Sport is still a very high resolution. It's 1800p, but it's not native 4K. So, you have any thoughts on that, Brim? You're probably the biggest Gran Turismo fan I know.
I'm a little disappointed. You know why? Because the reason why all that shit's happening like that, mainly, probably because they're focusing too much on VR. From an aesthetic standpoint, I'm sure that game's gonna look amazing. But, I don't know, bruh. I might as well just stick to my Forza. The Forza is never done me wrong, and it's reliable to be good. So, I'm just gonna stick to Forza.
Forza is kind of like a good drug dealer, if you ask me. They give you a little bit, like a taste, and you end up getting addicted and keep coming back. Because after you play either a Horizon game or even a motorsports game by Forza, you can't go back. I mean, the cars handle so well, the game plays so smooth, you can't. It is what it is. The only racer I will probably ever play again for the rest of the time I'm even involved in racing games will be Forza.
Yep.
Unless the same studio does something even better.
I want to see them do a motorcycle franchise, dude. Like enduros and shit. Like, I want to see them do that. I think that should be their next move. Like, bust out some fucking hardcore biking, dude. That would be sick. Like, have the crazy fucking motorcycle shit going on. I think that would be fun, dude. Customize your own bike, adjust the lift springs, adjust the turbo boost and shit. I mean, give us the same amount of detail for customization like they do in Forza, put it in bikes, and we'd be set.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they could even take it as far as like dirt biking with the tracks and everything that the pros ride on, and they could still do it very well, I think.
Swillow Storm, I agree. Halo Reach was good. I would like to see a 60 FPS remaster. Oh, and change the fucking controller scheme. God, I hate Reach's control scheme. I loved the way it looked, but I hated the way it controlled. Like, I just couldn't stand the controls. That was my main bitch about it. Trying to watch the stream, but all I see right now is Lara Croft's booty. Lara Croft's booty? So, you're telling me I have quite literally a ad for Tomb Raider? That's nice.
Oh, okay. That was right that said that. Why? Is your aunt over? Is she cosplaying today?
Oh my god, that'd be hot. Just saying.
He wants to play us at Mortal Kombat 9 on PC, but he knows the circumstances.
Ryth, I beat that game like 3 times over. Are you really sure you want to do this? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Yo, Ryth, I'm telling you, bro. Like, you gotta hook this chat up with pictures of your aunt, dude. They will not believe us and how hot she is. Oh. Oh, you're playing Tomb Raider. Oh, that's cool. By the way, everybody, Ryth CPP, his aunt is gorgeous, by the way. Like, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't pull out again. Yeah. really sure I want to beat your ass. Oh, come on, Ryth. Give it up for your aunt, man. She's gorgeous. You should be happy about that. Of course, not with an entire server of about 1,000+ dudes that want to hit on it, but, you know, I'm just saying. Oh, let's see. What else to talk about? There's so much, dude. Like, I guess there's much more than... Like, you're usually able to keep up with this better than I am because my ass is at work and I don't get to, like, chill out and look up shit. Let's see.
I haven't really been looking up stuff, just the stuff that pops up on Facebook.
Oh, that game that we were talking about last night looks good. The one that came from that studio that did like Stardust and shit. Remember the one on Steam when I was streaming it?
Oh, the twin stick shooter?
Yeah. I'm going to go do it right now. Let's see if it's still #1 in sales for PC. Because you know as well as I do, PlayStation 4, it's not. People are just like, yeah, it's good. And they like, play it once and they're done. Let's see. It is called Nex Machina by the developers. Let me go to their site real quick. I'll tell you guys what they made.
Wow.
Nex Machina looks like a beautiful game. Like, no joke. I want this game. Come on, load already. Alright, games. These guys are the ones that did Alienation, Resogun. They're doing Matterfall for the PS4, Super Stardust Delta. Ooh, I didn't know the Delta came out. I have to get my hands on that again. On that one. I got the original Stardust. I don't think I have Delta. Golf, Tee It Up, Super Stardust Portable, Dead Nation, Super Stardust HD is the one I think I got. Transworld Snowboarding, Supreme Snowboarding, Alien Incident, The Reap, and the original Stardust. Like, that really looks like a good fucking game, dude. That Hex, or that Nex Machina, like, shit. That game looks fun. Oh, they made Outland? I didn't know they made Outland.
Yeah, all you have to say is Resogun and I'm sold. Like, I know that's a PlayStation exclusive, but that game is off the chain. For as simple as it is, it's amazing.
Man. Machina. Whatever. Resogun is still the shit. That's all you need to know, alright? Resogun is awesome. Oh, you're right. They did make Outland. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, that's cool. I never played Dead Nation, Road of Devastation. I never played it. Matterfall. So, what's Matterfall about? Let me see. I don't think I recognize this game at all. Oh, shit. That looks like a fucking... like a side-scrolling Mega Boost kind of thing. Huh. That could be interesting, because shooters is definitely something that they do well. Like, especially the twin stick stuff. Oh my gosh. They are, like, on their game. Shut the fuck up, Shane, Ray says. Man.
Oh, dude, I am so...
Dude, Storm and Wright are on your dick tonight. You care to explain?
They're aggressive. They're aggressive. Wright is only 14, so I kind of got to watch what I say to him. And Storm, I don't want to, like, be tagged a racist person or anything, being that he's of the minorities.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you even cross Storm and he could cry BLM like instantly. Got to be careful with that guy.
So Rocket League will be televised on NBC for esports. So that's a pretty big
The
thing,
only reason why anybody will actually tune in to NBC.
I know, right?
The same network that was trying to shit on gamers not so long ago was CBS. Remember that? Do video games cause violence? Like,
But I mean,
son of
come on, a $20 game from at the time a very, very small developer is now not only on every platform known to man, it's cross plays with most of them, and it's going to be headlining and televised on a major television network for esports. How amazing is that?
Yeah. So Agents of Mayhem is coming out on August 15th. Are you going to get that?
I think I'm going to get Injustice 2 first and kind of go from there, because the summer is no exception this year. It's very dry. I mean, so basically,
quite literally, right? It's fucking dry. It's hot as shit. Like, even like hell is like, yo, this is hot.
Well, I mean, not only outside, but like clockwork, every summer with games, it's so dry. Like, nothing good really ever comes out. You might have that one diamond in the rough during the summer, but this summer is no exception. I mean, so anything you missed out on the last, I don't know, since last summer, now's your time to buy that.
Man, oh man, you would fuck a British. What? Oh, come on, Aquarius. Rocket League's not that intense. Jesus, you're supposed to have fun playing that game, bro. You're not supposed to give it your all and fucking lay everything on the line. God damn.
Do you know Metro by chance? You guys game it all together?
Right?
Because dude is cool, but he is salty as fuck.
Yo, salt. There's not enough salt in this world that we could supply him with to fill that gap in life. I'm telling you.
Seriously, dude could melt all of Colorado's fucking snow on the roads with his salt. I mean, that's how much there is.
And that shit goes back like years, like before he started gaming. Like, holy fuck.
Rocket League isn't my favorite game anymore like it used to be. I mean, I still play it off and on, but it's still, to me, it's amazing that something that launched for free on PlayStation by basically a hole-in-the-wall studio is now like that big. That, right, for you Canadians, that's the American dream.
What, having a good, stable market to buy stuff from that's not due to inflation by other countries? Oh, yeah, wait, that's us. Oh, yeah.
Starting from nothing and becoming to now, fucking the Psionics could probably buy Canada now. I mean,
right,
come on.
Right? And help fund Rambo's drug addiction to PlayStation 4 acid. Oh, hey, Rambo. What's going on, Rambo? What's going on, bro? Hey, how's it going?
How's you doing, Ming?
Yeah, I could definitely go for somebody funding my drug addiction.
When is the Steam Summer Sale? Oh, everybody's saying tomorrow. So what, like midnight to us then? Or like 2 o'clock?
No, it starts at 2 o'clock.
2 p.m. or 2 a.m.?
Not excited for that.
Oh, fuck.
I answered someone's tweet on that today that they tweeted us all on Twitter. And like, I used to be really stoked for those kinds of sales, but I have everything I want and plenty more that I'm not playing.
So I might, depending on if we ever get it on Xbox, which I doubt we will. I'm thinking about getting that Guilty Gear if it goes on sale with like the full complete bundle with it. Like if it's cheap enough, I'll buy it because I love that game. Guilty Gear is my shiznit. BlazBlue is my shiznit.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever get Guilty Gear on. I think because I think Sony actually got a console exclusivity on the Guilty Gear.
No, they didn't. It's on PC.
No, console exclusivity.
Oh, okay.
The only console that it'll go to.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just get it on PC. Then not a big deal.
What is Guilty Gear? A fighter?
Yeah, it's the same people that did BlazBlue.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like their first fighting game franchise that they put out on the PlayStation 1 way back in the day. And I've been loving it ever since. Like, I buy pretty much every BlazBlue that comes out or every Access or Arc game that comes out that's a fighter. They to me make the best fighters. And knowing that they're coming up with a DBZ game, oh, fuck yeah, dude. That combo, dude, like, the fan base in the community for DBZ, like, we've all been asking for that. We don't want this Tenkaichi shit all the time. I mean, it's good. It's a great fucking franchise. Even Xenoverse has done really well. But we want a Dragon Ball style Guilty Gear combo system game. and that is gonna be fucking sexy, dude. I can't wait. Like I'm so hyped. That shit is gonna be great.
Especially in the shower. What did you get the pictures of Rice out? Is that why you're saying that?
Hot. That's definitely hot. Rambo, anything you want to talk about, man?
Oh man. Well, I saw a what am I trying to say? I saw an article from the Sussex Police Department in the UK, and they are bragging and hashtagging "We Stand Together" because they were able to arrest and jail a man for a year posting mean things on Facebook.
What?
Okay, so wait. They actually jailed a guy in the UK for saying mean things on Facebook.
Yep, they call it. They have a law over there now that if they deem your words as inciting hate, it's illegal and it's punishable by a year in jail.
Oh, they could suck my dick. And here I was like thinking I was gonna leave this country and like kind of go over there and with my girl.
No. So
yeah, that's not gonna happen now.
4 people were arrested last year and jailed, and then this was the first one this year. And they are actually saying, I mean, people are like applauding them, and they're applauding themselves. They're actually happy that they're jailing people for saying bad things about Islam on Facebook.
It's a waste of taxpayers' money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That reminds me. You know they were trying to do the same thing over here, right? And the justice was saying, yeah, that is egregiously not. That's just no.
That's one of the reasons why I'm so glad that. I mean, I know that people don't like Trump or whatever. And I mean, sure, he's done some fucked up things. But if Hillary would have won, she would have
jumped. Yeah, she would have jumped on that.
Yeah, she would have picked the justice that Trump picked. But she would have picked a different one, and it would have actually swayed the Supreme Court in her favor in order to pass these thought police laws. The PC brigade would have won.
So here's the thing, right? Like I was actually making plans to go visit the UK, and because I really wanted to go over there and visit it because it looks like a really beautiful country. But yeah, you know about that. Because me being an American, if somebody was across me over there, like I'm so blunt, dude. Like they would probably jail me for being a dick. Like
I'd already told my wife if they ever pass the law here. My wife said that because I was talking to her about it. She said that she would literally take my computer away from me and my phone because what I say on the internet. I mean, I would say it out loud, but I mean,
yeah, same here, yeah.
What I say on the internet, though, if they are policing that, they would. I mean, I would say more than enough to not only jail me for a year, but to give me the lethal injection.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell that I could be even remotely close to the internet if they had that here.
Seriously, like that could happen. Like when the years go by and. Like, because I know we were all talking about that. So if you guys don't know, Rice was talking about, like, having a barbecue at his house and shit. And if I move where I want to move and me and Shane end up there, then there's a pretty good chance that could actually happen, right? Because where we're wanting to move, that's actually, like, the border is, like, not even, like, what, 2-3 hours away? I mean,
it's drivable.
Yeah.
And apparently
you don't want to go to Canada.
Cancer.
Visit Canada, not moving.
I was like, oh, okay. Canada has about the same laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Canada, man.
Apparently, I'm like a cancer appendage now. I just go wherever Brim
goes. They're all like terrorist supporters.
Yeah. See, like this is where I'm glad I'm an American. Like, I swear to God, if these motherfuckers try to come into my house and arrest me for something stupid as little as I'll be going out with swinging, dude. Like, I will not fucking go peacefully.
I'll be emptying my clip, man. And as far there's a band called an Asian band, and they named their band The Slants. And they tried to trademark their name, But every time they went to trademark, they went through judges and judges and judges and federal judges and whatever. They kept getting turned down because it was deemed offensive to other people. And so they took their case all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled on it today and said, sorry, but even though the damn name is something might be offensive to some, it's freedom of speech. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Good.
So they got their trademark. And now that actually sets a case precedent for the Washington Redskins to be able to keep their name.
Yeah, I'm mostly Indian, and so is Brim, and I don't think he's offended by the Redskins. I'm not.
I don't. There was actually Indians standing up in support of the Redskins. I mean, what was funny is it was mainly white people that didn't have any Indian in them complaining about it.
Yeah, so that's where, oh shit. I'm glad, for one, that these motherfuckers aren't gonna win their little stupid little fucking court cases, dude. That shit pisses me off, dude. Like, seriously, like, why fuck with something that's been around for decades? Like, literally decades. Like, who the fuck are you to come into a league of professionals and alter their names because it's offensive to you? Like, you could go suck a dick. Fuck these little pricks, dude. I can't stand these motherfuckers, dude. Like, I know we're supposed to be, like, all fucking, like, oh, we should be able to, like, talk our differences out and shit. But there's no talking when some motherfucker's trying to alter my rights of free speech. There's no talking. Like, it's either you take it to the courts, you get it done, and if that's it, then leave it the fuck alone. Leave it, try again another 20 fucking years when I'm dead. Don't do it when I'm alive, because that's bullshit.
Had a long conversation with Resurrection today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not so good, man. It ended up being in regards to this whole Black Lives Matter and
oh boy,
the whole shit that happened in the UK. I guess that guy, the white guy, I guess he drove that truck into the people at the mosque or whatever.
Yeah.
He was pissed off because I guess they weren't labeling him as a terrorist, and so they're quick to label Islamic people as a terrorist, Muslims. And I was like, well, okay, well, first of all, it's like, what proof is that he's a terrorist? Like, what did he say anything about killing all Muslims? Did he, did he have some sort of like agenda?
Yeah. And
he was like, well, the prime minister and the police said that he did. Well, I was like, well, how did they determine that? Did they just say, okay, well, because, did they do it just like what you did and say, okay, well, he drove into a bunch of people outside of a mosque. It must be because they're Muslim. Did they do that, or did do they actually have proof? And he would never tell me the proof. He would just keep on telling me, well, that the prime minister and the police said that. So like, I'm not.
Oh, so he's going by hearsay.
That's what it sounded like at first, and then all of a sudden, he like tweets me, going, after the prime minister and the police said it, you're still questioning them, and your investigation still. He made fun, like kind of like in a smart ass to me, going, Your investigation concluded otherwise. I was like, and he left the screenshot of where, in an article, I guess the witnesses and stuff were saying the guy was screaming, "Kill all Muslims," and I was like, motherfucker! I was like, I asked you about this like 7 fucking tweets ago. I was like, you could have just like ended this whole fucking thing by sending that. I was like, I would have agreed with you 100% that it was terrorist related. I was like, but that's all I was asking for was some sort of proof. I was like, you can't just say it was terrorism just because he killed a lot of people.
Right.
It's like it's two different things.
Two different things, yeah.
And then I was kind of funny because he was also tweeting about Philando Castile.
The fuck happened with Philando?
Well,
who's
Philando
that?
Castile is the guy that I think you might remember about a year or so ago. His girlfriend like did a Facebook Live thing after he had been shot by the police in her car.
Oh wait, is that the one that he reached for the glove box or some shit?
No, he reached for his he was reaching for his ID apparently from what he was the guy that Philando was saying, but then the court system he went through the court system and found not guilty. The cop was.
Yeah.
And I told him that it's kind of like you're feeding into a narrative rather than actual factual information. I said, You're telling me that I should just automatically believe the prime minister and the cops of all people, because they said so. I said, but then whenever a judge, jury, and all the witnesses said that he acted in a justified manner, you don't want me to believe that. You want me to believe they just murdered him.
You know what's weird is like he's practicing law too, so I don't know why he was going in on you like that, especially when he didn't really go all, he didn't really give you all of the situations.
Yeah,
so
I was
like, what the fuck? That's not like him though. Like, usually
no, I know. I told him, I was like, I don't just jump to conclusions and say like the cop is guilty or the guy's a terrorist. I don't just jump to these conclusions. I actually wait for like details to come in so that way I can make an informed decision.
As you should. As you should. Yeah.
So that's what I was asking him for all this information, and then he started saying stuff like, well, that's different because the cops here kill more people, per 24 hour per day than it happens in the UK all year. And I was like, well, yeah, you might be right. I was like, but you got to then justify it down to how many of those cop shootings were actually justified and which ones weren't. Then you can see how many actually the cops are just murdering.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that doesn't work because then all the cop has to do is say, I was feared for my life. And I was like, unless you can prove that he wasn't, I was like, then that's exactly what happened. I was like, you can't just go, the cop says, I feared for my life, and you go, oh, well, you know what? I don't believe you. So no, that's a murder.
Well, see, the thing is like the law isn't meant to be selected as you see fit. Like, it's not something that you could just dictate what happened. It's literally a law for a reason. And him being a law student, he should know that. Like, he should know what interpretation is versus law. Like, and it sounds like he's going by hearsay, and there's laws practiced that's actually against hearsay. Proven innocent. I mean, what is it? Innocent till proven guilty is a reason why that exists. Like, you don't just get to be like, well, you're guilty because this person said so. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because I mean, they were already tweeting off of that one, or tweeting and condemning this cop prior to the fact of just whenever that Facebook video came out. And we're talking, this is after the fact of this man being shot. Like that part wasn't even shown yet. Yeah. And it was just this girl saying that the cop shot her boyfriend in cold blood or whatever. It wasn't, and I'm like going, you can't base guilt or innocent off of that because you don't even know what the fuck happened. It was after the fact. Mm-hmm. But then it kind of got more interesting because I tweeted out saying the justice system is a class-based system, class-based punishment system. It's not a race-based. If it was race-based, there's no way in hell O.J. Simpson is walking free.
Right.
And he was like, well, that's not necessarily the case. They botched evidence. And I was like, yeah, but it was still mainly about the glove. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And he goes, but I mean, he's basically saying O.J. did do it and get away with it. And I was like, well, that shows class-based. Because of O.J.'s money and O.J.'s popularity, he got off. And he goes, but then he turned around and he goes, well, you can't do that. You can't really say that it's not race-based because most black people are living in poverty. And I was like, you mean most blacks amongst other blacks? So the majority of blacks amongst other blacks are living in poverty.
That is so fucking accurate, dude. I didn't even think of wording it like that, actually. That's
because I told him, I said, the majority of people living in poverty are fucking white. So don't come at me that because they're poor, that's the reason why they're committing crimes or they're more disenfranchised than what white people are because there's more white people that are poor than black people.
I'll tell you what. You go okay. So this is a good example. Shane, what lives next to you?
A black family.
Okay. Now, would you say that they act like your typical black family or the stereotypical that is considered racism nowadays when it comes to any sort of, distinctions between races? Like, do they act like that?
Hell no. They actually are ashamed that people of their color act like that.
Thank you. See, now if you were to get that same black family, right? And mind you, this family came from out of Chicago. They escaped some really terrible shit in their lives, okay? Just to make life better for their family. Dude, like for black people nowadays, especially the ones that support BLM, Like, they need to really fucking take a hard look in the mirror and find themselves. Like, do you really want your life like this? Do you really want to play victim all the time based on the color of your skin? I mean, people could change their lives around. And we used to get into this conversation a lot with a few of our old compatriots, as you would say. Rambo, you know one of them, when we were talking about circumstance. When people are raised in that sort of circumstance, they have the power to change it. Yep. And he was saying, well, what if they don't want to change it? Well, that's their problem. Remember that argument?
That's their fucking choice. Yeah.
We got in that argument with him because
yep.
he was trying to say that people that are raised in that circumstance don't know any better, and so therefore the will to change isn't there. And I'm like, that's bullshit, because I've seen people live in the fucking ghettos. Like, to sit there and say that I don't understand ghetto life is a huge misunderstanding. Yeah. Like, with where I've come from in life. And I can tell you right now, I have seen people that were literally the stereotype that a lot of racist people throw out at them, and they changed their life. It may not have been overnight, but, you know, by the time they reached their 20s, they got a job, they're truck drivers or something, and they actually left the fucking ghetto from what their family and their families, from when their families left them there. So, like, you could change your circumstance. The stereotypes don't have to fucking exist, and you don't have to play into a stereotype for the sake of some stupid fucking BLM movement. Dude, fucking stupid,
it goes
dude.
Even further with the family next to me. For one, they think the whole Black Lives Matter thing is a joke now. For two, dude has two jobs. He's a school teacher, and he moonlights as a Papa John pizza delivery driver. His wife is the lunch lady for the school. Now tell me if those are not stand-up people.
Yeah, my next door neighbors are Mexican, and they voted for Trump.
Go figure, right?
I mean, they don't like the illegals. They don't like how the illegals representation of the illegals is actually rubbing off on the representation of all Mexicans in America.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know we kind of went off into the rant.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But that's y'all asked what I've been up to.
Yeah, no. You're absolutely right. No, it's okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, well, in the new Venom movie coming out, right, where Tom Hardy, I believe that's his name, the dude that plays Bane is going to be Venom. Carnage has been confirmed as the main villain.
Oh my God! Really?
Know, right?
Who's playing Carnage?
That's hasn't been decided yet, or they're not disclosing.
So did you hear about that though?
Yeah, I have an article up now about it.
No, did you hear about like how that came about to be leaked?
No.
I don't know how well this is going to go over. The Sony.
I'm going to get more food. I'll be right back.
The Sony representative that negotiated the deal between Sony and Marvel was sitting down with what's that guy's name that handles all the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh God, I don't know his name.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, them two were sitting down talking about the Spider-Man deal. And every time this guy has been alone and been asked about Venom and all this, he's been like, there's no plans to bring him into the MCU as of yet. You know, nothing, you know, to talk about, nothing, whatever. He's been very hush about it. Well, they started talking, and that fucking Sony rep, well, yeah, we got plans. You'll be seeing Venom later on, and he's got his own movie coming out, and we're gonna tie. All the storylines are gonna tie together, and we're gonna bring him into the universe, and they're all gonna be related together. It was like, and the guy's face was like, he was just kind of looked at her like, "You fucking bitch," and then just kind of looked back, and he didn't speak. It was fucking priceless. I was just like going, well, there goes that relationship. Like she just fucked up the whole damn thing because I'm sure that we know Marvel always likes to have those end credit movie teasers.
Oh yeah.
And so more than likely, what the plans was to happen was the reason why it was so hush is that after the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, they were going to tease Venom. Because his movie's coming up right before the
Infinity War or whatever.
Infinity War movie. And so, that's natural, like where they would tease it at. And she's over there just fucking telling the reporters.
Well, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if the movie sucks and you happen to end up, you know, going to the movie one way or another, taking someone or just hanging out with some people, you can always look forward to the end credit scenes. That's how good they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
the terrible part is now is that everybody's, I mean, I guarantee they're going to have to change their plans on when they're going to leak the Spider-Man trailer or the Venom trailer. Or the Venom teaser, I guess, because I guarantee you they were planning on doing it after the Spider-Man movie, but she kind of, I think, fucked it up. Apex, just something. Let me check it out. Let me figure out who.
I'm not sure that it's Josh Whedon because he. I
don't think it's that name doesn't sound familiar, but let me actually just find out.
No, that's the Star Trek actor from when he was a kid, and he's been involved with DC stuff. So I'm not sure.
Cinematic Universe.
Like, people are praising DC that Josh Whedon was kept away from the Batman and the Justice League and Wonder Woman. I mean, because apparently he's not all that great. But I know who Rambo's talking about. He's like the Zack Snyder of the Marvel side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out like what will Spider-Man movie ruin MCU? Maybe let me. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Let me see if this video actually shows the interview, because that was the thing, is that this person actually showed the interview, and you do remember the interview with on the Batman Returns with Batman and Superman, where they made a meme out of that. Hello, darling, Mile for darkness, whatever the.
Yeah, Ben Affleck looked disappointed. And,
yes,
you know,
that's exactly what his face looked like. It was like, I mean, it was just like so down. It was like so. Oh, it was so weird. God, I wish I knew what the guy's name was. It just bothered me now because I had the name in my fucking head. I'm gonna find it because this is making me mad now. What is it? What do they call it? Who manages the MCU?
I think it's the head writer you're talking about.
Okay, so who writes? Who is the head writer of MCU?
So October 5th is apparently the leak date for the Venom movie, 2018.
Yes, that is actually when it's supposed to be coming out.
Is his last name Holland?
That doesn't sound familiar. Like, there it is, Kevin Feige.
Ah, all right.
And that actually, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was actually another thing that I actually had a conversation with people today. And they were saying that Sony is being anti-consumer because they are not publishing this game on multiple platforms. And see you later, Storm. And I was like, okay, so you do realize that Sony owns this, right? And they're like, well, yes, but Spider-Man has always been a multi-platform game, and so there's no reason for them not to continue that thing. I was like,
64 version, then please, someone.
And I said, if you know anything about the deal and you know anything about Spider-Man, clearly you don't, because you're tweeting like that Spider-Man is just one storyline. I said there are multiple storylines within the Spider-Man universe. I said the only thing Sony actually has rights over as far as the games go is the Peter Parker storyline. I said they can make a Miles Morales storyline. Anybody can. I said anybody can make, I think, the Amazing Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I think that's a different arc.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's a multi-plat.
Yeah, I said, so it's not over for Spider-Man on other platforms. I said, but I guarantee you that most people won't challenge Sony on their Spider-Man, for the simple fact of it is just like with Major League Baseball, is once a franchise like that goes exclusive, it's going to be hard to compete with a mass-produced item.
Yeah,
because you're making it for a smaller audience, a more focused audience, instead of just a broad across every platform type thing. And so I don't think anybody will actually ever make another Spider-Man game to compete. I could be wrong, but I just don't think that somebody's really going to step into that realm. But people didn't quite understand the deal that Sony got.
That's funny, guys. I
And-
just got done unmuting my mic, so bitches, that wasn't me.
Well, so like nobody understood like this the deal Sony got, and I was trying to explain this to them, and like they could, for some reason, like he still couldn't understand why Sony wouldn't put it on Xbox. And I told him, I said, Sony always owned the market. Sony always owned the movie rights. I said Sony was minding their own business, doing their thing, and they were actually planning their own reboot of Spider-Man. Marvel comes along, and Marvel needs Spider-Man to be an Infinite War. So Marvel approaches Sony and says, look, we got to have Spider-Man. Sony doesn't want to get rid of Spider-Man, so Sony works out a deal. Like Marvel needs Spider-Man so badly that Sony was able to say, look, I will give you the ability to have creative control over 2 movies. In return, you have to publish those 2 movies with Sony Pictures, and you have to give Sony the exclusive Peter Parker storyline IP. And Marvel said, okay. That's how Sony acquired the Peter Parker storyline.
Sounds like a really good business move by both sides, if you ask me.
I think it's a win-win. I think Sony probably comes out ahead in a little bit in the long run.
Weren't we talking about this before? Like, didn't somebody say you were talking to that it was a bad idea or some shit? Somebody was against it.
Yeah, and then today this guy went back at me, or went back at other people saying that it was anti-consumer of Sony. And so I had to explain to him the Spider-Man universe doesn't just revolve around one Spider-Man. I was like, there's multiple story arcs within Spider-Man. I was like, the only story arc that Sony actually has exclusive rights to is Peter Parker, as far as the game goes. But like anybody can make like the Amazing Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man. They can make all these different Spider-Mans. Like I said, I doubt they will because it's kind of hard to compete with Peter Parker. But yet, you know, they still can. So I told him, I was like, if you're pissed off because you can't get a Spider-Man game on your preferred platform, I said they complain to Activision, complain to EA, complain to Microsoft, complain to everybody else because they're the ones who can make a game. They just won't. Same thing with like Major League Baseball, that people were bitching at Sony saying, well, you're being anti-consumer, keeping the only baseball game on your platform. I'm like, going, they fucking own it. They own that game. They don't own the IP. I mean, they own MLB, the show, but
MLB, the show is what they own, but they don't own like.
they don't own any exclusive rights to MLB. Anybody can make a Major League Baseball game. Go talk to Microsoft. Have them make one that competes. They won't. It was like it's just like it's just fake outrage. And somebody actually tweeted. I actually just got the reply. It was actually quite amusing to see this. Somebody tweeted after all this, he's like, because he kept on going, you know, it's still a shit business practice, whatever. And somebody tweeted me, goes, be honest, if roles were reversed, would you have an issue with this? If Microsoft is the one that got the thing.
Yeah.
And I said, we all know the answer to that. He had a problem with time. He had this huge outrage. This guy on Twitter had this huge outrage over Time DLC and saying it was anti-consumer this and Sony is just anti-consumer. I said, but as soon as Microsoft E3 was all these timed full games, he was like, well, man, that's just business. And so I said,
it's just business, huh?
Yeah. I said, so we already know how it's going to come out. And he was like, this guy was like, yeah, all this cry over exclusives are anti-consumer rings hollow to me because of that one reason from these people, from these Xbox guys.
Yeah.
And this guy literally came back and he said, I wouldn't be as vocal about it, but I would still have issue.
So, I bet.
So that right there just shows the only reason he's bitching about Spider-Man being on PlayStation is because he's an Xbot.
Dude, you know, bro, let's be serious here. Like, you know as well as I do, every single game that these guys are going to get in the future, it's just going to end up in the same story that me and Shannon has always discovered. Every achievement we're going to get is going to be rare. Every achievement we're going to get is going to be ultra rare. And the sad part about it is it's at the beginning of the fucking game. So these idiots are going to sit there and cry about their exclusives when they can't even appreciate the ones that they currently have. So it's like, why bother wasting time on this community anymore when it comes to the loud minority? Like, these guys are idiots, dude. They're fucking morons.
I always say something to them simply because, like, when you say something just so fucking stupid, I can only handle so much stupid. That's like usually
I agree.
If they say stupid fanboy stuff, you know, like Xbox is better than PlayStation, I don't ever.
Yeah, you usually just let that shit go. You're like, okay, whatever. It's stupid.
When you say something fucking just ignorant, I have to say something. Just like K Mega.
Oh god. Yeah.
He tweeted out a thing, a picture showing God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us, Days Gone, and one more game I forgot. But he showed a select scene in these pictures of every one of these games, and they all had trees. They were all like a forest.
Yeah.
And the one little caption was, "This is the PlayStation exclusive template." And everybody was kind of going at him, saying that's the dumbest fucking thing to say, because you're picking one little part of a game out of the whole fucking game to try to fit a narrative. I was like, this is a fucking stupid thing. So I actually tweeted him back a picture of State of Decay 2. I said, so I guess this is PlayStation exclusive? because I mean, it's forest and there's a bunch of trees and there's people, so clearly, I mean, it's just these people are dumb. And I actually heard Xbot 448, his podcast with K Mega.
Oh god.
And this other guy, and it starts about if y'all ever go figure it out, Xbot 448's channel. And it's the most recent one where they say the FPS debate. The actual debate starts at 1 hour and 49-minute mark. Go have a listen and prepare to walk away feeling like that you still need to take an IQ test to make sure that you are on par with where you were before.
Okay, you know what? We'll do this together. Everybody, what do you guys think? Should we go to this guy's channel and listen to this? You said it was, what was his, hold on, what was his channel name?
Xbot 448.
You know what? I don't want to change that. Hold on. Oh, wait, I already did. Fuck. Okay, never mind. All right. All right. We're gonna do this together, you guys.
Oh god.
It's episode 39?
Yep. I think it might be 39. Does it say the FPS debate?
Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna click the dude's channel real quick.
Yeah, if you click on his videos, I think it's closer to the right side of the screen.
Special guest, Dealer Gaming, Record Trailer.
No, that's not the one. It's talking about E3, and E3 reactions or something like that, and then FPS debates.
Oh, you know what? I see it. The next podcast. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And
so the hour and 49-minute mark.
An hour and 49 minutes. Jesus.
And
they waited forever to start this, huh?
Yeah, they all went through about
like towards the end of it, like towards the end of the fucking podcast, really?
Well, they all had to like state why, you know, Microsoft had the dick pulling won the dick pulling contest. So,
all right, guys, I'm gonna hit play on this. Let me know what you guys think. This is gonna sound cancerous as all hell.
Saying if they're not word for, but take K Mega's word for it. Look,
but they're not. But they're not.
Wait. Let me. Well, I'm not going to twist it. Let K Mega talk. God damn it!
But you've talked enough.
I'm not goddamn done. Listen, Sony made this fucking monster. Sony came out. Nobody in the goddamn streets that I was playing games with came to me and said, "Hey man, K Mega, that motherfucking shit on the 360, them resolutions ain't hot." Nobody. When I put on my motherfucking PlayStation,
yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to it. These guys can hear it.
That game would have proper frame rates or not. Sony made this goddamn monster, and for them to come out and lie, and then
Mega, see that's some fanboy talk right there, because
that's not fanboy talk, bro.
Listen, I could say the same thing and say, you know, Xbox messed up by making an underpowered console. Okay, I could say
no. Hold on, Fonz. Mega.
Wait. The reason why I don't say that stuff is because I'm not a fanboy. I could give two shits.
Yo, hold on. There's something. Hold on.
You have to accept facts. You have to accept facts. Who brought out this narrative about 1080p? Was it Xbox or was it motherfucking Sony? Break that shit down. Tell me the goddamn truth, Fonz. Who was the one?
K-Mega's going sideways, man. He's going sideways.
Who was the one?
But you know why it was brought out? Because they saw the competition.
Oh,
So they brought that shit out because at the end of the day, they're marketing their systems to sell. And of course, if it's more powerful, like the Xbox One X did, they're going to wear monster shirts, hold chips in their mouth, and sell consoles.
Fanboys always have to be like ghetto tastic.
So did I miss something? Like, hold on, because you said an hour and 48, right?
Let me make sure because it was.
Yeah, I just heard the first few minutes of it. One dude sounds like he should be fucking his sister, and the other guy sounds like he lives in Compton. Great fanboys, by the way.
That thing's not really going to be pushing much 4K at all. And when it came out, sure enough, it wasn't, but they were pushing it to that point. Developers are still pushing resolution on that system when that console can't really achieve native 4K on.
I'm being honest with you. That's not developers pushing that.
I didn't. Wait. What did he just say? Hold on. He just said developers were not pushing these systems. Hold on. Did I just hear that right? Did you guys just hear that bullshit right? Yeah. Hold on. I gotta finish. This is. Oh my gosh.
It is coming up, and it's not so much mandating, but it's heavily encouraged. That's the direction that they should go. On that particular
kind of like Comey and Trump.
And that's but Don, the same thing could be said of Microsoft then. They are sort of nudging the devs in that direction as well.
No, they're taking that direction with their own personal titles. They are allowing the
Did you guys just hear what this guy said? Did you just hear what he said? He said that Microsoft's not doing this to the devs; they're doing it to their own titles. I want you guys just to take that little bit in, like repeatedly, in case you don't understand why I'm laughing.
Devs to do whatever
okay,
they
so you're saying Sony is mandating it where?
No,
Sony did mandate that. Sony made this.
No, don't twist because someone's going to take my words. And twist
Yeah.
it, right?
Okay,
So what I'm.
No, bro, nobody's taking your words and twisting them. People are obviously like not agreeing with you guys in your comment section. I mean, that's an oxymoron thing to say, really.
Oh, it's
saying that they're not.
Take K Mega's word for it. Look,
but they're not. But they're not.
I'm surprised it.
Okay, that's enough of that freak show.
I told you. I told y'all y'all need to go. Y'all are gonna have to take a test afterwards to make sure that y'all's IQ didn't drop.
Thanks, we're all dumber now. You're welcome. Anything I could do to help you guys.
But I don't like that they brought on and one of the guys that was talking about like, you know, Sony did this and not the K Mega guy, but the other guy that had a kind of a different voice that nobody really knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's an indie developer. And so apparently they brought him on as quote unquote the expert as to why the situation is the way it is. But like we're talking an indie developer, we're talking like somebody that hasn't even made a game that we all know about, we all play.
Is this the guy that was working on some dragon game a while back?
I don't know.
He was showing us. Like he was.
Who this guy is.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
But apparently he's qualified to speak on Sony's business practices with every developer, and Microsoft. I mean, he's acting like he's worked for been employed by Sony as a developer and then been employed by Microsoft as a developer. He's actually even said that even if you go on Forza Horizon 3 on PC and crank up those settings and then crank up the frames per second to where it's 60 frames per second or more, the game will actually break because it was designed, the frames per second, I mean, the actual inputs weren't tied to the frames per second. They're actually tied to the texture resolutions or something like that.
What?
I love
don't fucking ask me, man. Like
bro, like I'm not so even. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like,
he actually said that if you had 60 frames per second versus 30 frames, that you pressing a button and the action happening wouldn't be any faster at 60 versus 30.
What the fuck?
This is the developer.
Okay, you know how many esport teams and fucking professionals would laugh him out the door if he's a developer?
Yeah. Yeah, what was funny is there was actually a video that somebody linked me to right before I watched that not too long, where they actually took a BenQ monitor at 30 hertz, 60 hertz, 90 hertz, 120 hertz, and then there was another one all the way up to 244 hertz. But they did the same action on every single screen.
Yeah.
And like where the bullet, they shot a bullet, or they did a kick in a fighting game or whatever, and every single one of them, if you watch like the 30s, it was almost the bullet was like just stuttering across the screen. The 60 frames per second, the bullet was moving a little bit faster, but it still had a stutter compared to the 120 frames per second or 144 frames per second, where the bullet was actually, even though it was in slow-mo, the bullet was still moving at a single straight line, no stops at all. So you can't tell me that shooting a bullet at a higher frames per second is going to have the same impact as a lower frames per second. This guy was saying this. He was basically saying there is basically no differential between somebody playing at 30 frames per second and somebody playing at 60. It's an even playing field.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is
this is a developer.
And he's an indie dev, right? He's like
he's definitely an indie dev. He's definitely. I mean, he'd be fired if he worked for any major.
If he worked for EA or anybody, they would laugh him out the door. Like, excuse me, would you like to say that again? Like, wow. I mean, no hate on the guy. I don't want to hate on the guy, but no, I don't want to sound like I'm being the things he said in the little voice clip that we played. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, this guy. I can see him being one of those guys. He's like, he fakes it till he makes it type of person.
Yeah, I mean, he was saying a lot of the big words that like the super sampling and all these different shit, I can't even think of the word now, but I forgot he was using words like that, and which whenever people use words like that, like certain people tend to look at you with some sort of credibility.
Yeah.
And kind of like how they did Dealer Gaming and D-Batch. But yet, they were both wrong. So, there you go. I mean, just because people know words, don't mean they know what the hell they mean. They just got a good word of the day calendar.
The good. You guys, you guys in the comments, what do you think about this shit? Like, this dude, like I gotta say, I don't want to hate on him. I don't want to be a dick or anything. I mean, he's in there doing his own thing. It's just, I have issues with people that like to sit here and spout out this kind of nonsense about being a developer, and then later down the line you find out they know absolute dick about being a developer. Like, that shit drives me nuts.
I'm putting the link in the chat here. You can click on it and take you to it. That's actually set up for the 1 hour and 44-minute mark, so that way you can just start listening from there. That's basically when the cancer starts.
It's a fucking catastrophe. So if you guys like watching a train wreck, there you go.
Yeah, I really don't understand. I mean, I don't mind the whole beginning part where they're talking about how Microsoft won E3 and all that. That part I don't give. That's all opinion and subjective.
Yeah, I don't really care about that shit either. Yeah.
But when it comes to stuff like this is definitely like just.
Look like the description. His Twitter handle is in there. Oh boy. Apex says that. Oh, his Twitter handle is on that. All right. I'm not even gonna hit play. I'm just gonna go straight to the Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Okay, following you. I'm not gonna follow you, but I want to see what your Twitter says.
No, show it on the screen. People will definitely get a.
King Neutral.
Yeah, because he wants to act like that he's a neutral guy.
So is King Neutral the guy that was trying to say that like Xbox is like where he was? I mean, there was a guy in there that was actually sounding somewhat intelligent, but like he wasn't. It didn't really seem like he was really willing to call out the other stuff that we just heard. So is that him? Like, I couldn't tell who the voices were.
No, the one guy that was actually like being kind of normal would be Jay Fonzarelli. We actually had him on our podcast once before.
Oh, okay.
He's everything according to me. That's what his channel is.
Well,
and so he was the one.
Oh, She-Wolf is in his group, and the Governor is in his group. The Gamer No Best. Oh snap! It's Mel. I really don't know who this is, but she's in his group. Like, I'm just like, huh. Like, ladies, why are you surrounding yourself by stupidity? Like, God, there's so many other guys that you could be cool with that actually knows what they're talking about.
And Halo Storm, as far as like the times that where Titanfall Princess were wrong, I actually have talked to her, and I actually have sent her several messages in regards to like where she was wrong on the podcast. Obviously, if you watch her podcast, you know that if you try to disagree with her while she's on there, she'll yell and scream. So I always wait till afterwards, and then I actually do talk to her about where she's wrong. And she actually is very receptive of it once she's not called out publicly, because it makes her feel kind of like that you disrespected her by doing that. So I wouldn't do that on the podcast, but I have definitely done it. Craig Harris, I actually have spoke about him on the podcast, because he was basically saying that if Microsoft put their games on Steam, that Microsoft makes no money. And so therefore that I had to correct him, saying that yes, in fact, they do make money.
They make more money. Like,
yeah, they definitely make more money on putting it on Steam than they do on the Windows 10 store.
Yeah.
The only people playing on the Windows 10 store basically are the Xbox people that have a PC.
The only reason I play any of the games there is because they came free when I bought the Xbox game.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, those are the only people that are willing to play that with that store. Are the people that are getting the game basically for free. So I mean, there's I don't know, I can't really point to a single actual only PC gamer that will willingly go and purchase in the Windows 10 store. I actually had another dumbass expot on what's it called, on Facebook. When I posted something about Killer Instinct coming to Steam, I basically said that they need to cancel this whole Play Anywhere thing and just release their games on Steam, where they actually would make money and actually have a healthy base, you know?
Yeah.
And so he went through there and he was like, "Why should they cancel it?" I explained it, and he's like, "Well, that's not even the Windows 10 store is far superior than Steam. My downloads are 5 times faster on Windows 10 than they are Steam." I was like, "That's your problem then, because there's no possible way that a Windows 10 store is faster than Steam with downloads. They're just not." I've downloaded a 40 gigabyte file with Gears of War 4 on my Windows 10 store, and it took 2.5 hours. I downloaded like 40, like anywhere from 40 to like 10 gigabyte games on Steam all at the same time, and it was done within 30 minutes, all of them. It's just you can't it's just they're so gung-ho on protecting the fucking company, and I don't understand why. I don't understand, like, what have these companies done for you?
Oh man, I don't know.
And if Sony does not stick a fucking soccer, one of those S&M bag balls in Jim Ryan's mouth, like, they've had the best PR this entire generation that they've had probably since the PlayStation 2 days. For 4 fucking years, they've only spoke to Andrew House, Sean Layden, and Yoshida. 4 years into the generation, they decide, what the fuck's Jim Ryan up to? Let's go ask him. And once he made one dumb comment, now they're skipping past Sean Layden, Andrew House, and Yoshida. They're like, everybody's like, all the American journalists are flying over to fucking Europe to talk to Jim Ryan, so that way they can get some dumb fucking comment, so they can write about it and have a lot of clicks. Because this motherfucker's stupid.
That's what sells.
Have y'all not heard all the stupid shit he said?
No.
Okay, well, first he said that backwards compatibility was a waste. He's like, why? He said that whenever he went to like a PlayStation event, and they had the PS1, 2, 3, and 4 there, all playing Gran Turismo, and whenever he was seeing the old games, he was like, "Who wants to play that?" Talking about the way it looks. And so that was the first dumb statement, and that's whenever like the reporters were like, "Gold mine, this motherfucker's stupid." And so then they asked him for some reason. He's only the head of Europe, Sony Europe or PlayStation Europe. So I don't know why they're asking him why they chose not to do crossplay.
Yeah.
But so they asked him why they chose not to do crossplay, and he was like, "Well, the business heads of Sony, decided, and the shareholders decided it wasn't a good thing." Which if he left it there, perfect. But then he went on to say, "We have a responsibility to our customers to protect the children, and we can't control what's happening with other people online on other consoles. So we don't want to expose the children that play our console to that." And I was like, "Are we trying to be fucking Nintendo now?" Like, Nintendo's actually on board with this. I don't agree with the crossplay the way that it's done, because what he should have actually just said is Microsoft are being fucking dicks about it and want us to put the Xbox Live on the PlayStation 4, and we're not doing that. And also, every purchase that's made for the shared world universe thing in the new Minecraft crossplay is done through the Xbox Marketplace, so we lose out on every bit of the money for that. That's what he should have said. End of story. That would have been okay, well, that makes sense. Not any of that other stupid shit. Oh, but that didn't end there.
Oh, no, wait, there's more!
Yes, they asked why there wasn't an indie presence at all on the Sony E3 stage.
Oh my god.
He wasn't even at fucking E3, but yet here they decided to ask him. Mind you, this is the reason, like, whenever there's a tornado or natural disaster, the news always finds the dumbest motherfuckers to interview.
Yeah.
This is like what they're doing with him. He said, well, in the beginning, around 2014, 2015, we really needed to showcase the indies to let people know that, let developers know that we are a place that supports indies. He said, but now we don't really have, there's not really a space for them on our E3 floor right now. Basically, they moved on to bigger and better things with the big AAAs. And that's not the case. I mean, in the pre-game show or the pre-E3 show, they showed a lot of indies off, but they just didn't bring them to the stage. Which there's still a big presence of indie support from PlayStation, and it's just that the only reason that they didn't put it in there probably was because of they did an hour and they just showcased the main games that were coming early 2018, and so. But his dumb comments though are what, of course, rings out with everybody. And if you try to say, well, obviously this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about, you're like, well, you're damage controlling. Well, no, because they went and asked the person that wasn't even at E3, why did you not have these games at E3? And he gives an answer, and you're supposed to take that as gospel? Like, why wouldn't you ask Andrew House, Sean Layden, anybody that was at, or Yoshida, anybody that was at E3 of Sony? Like, they would probably know a little bit better than this head of Sony in Europe, Oh, it just fucking, that guy just is fucking irritating. Like, all this good PR that the Sony's had, and this guy's gonna throw it all down the toilet in one fucking month. I don't know. It's just these. He hasn't, like, to me, like, Obama was a good gun salesman. He was anti-gun. Phil Spencer is a good PlayStation salesman. He works for Xbox. And Jim Ryan, he's just a good way for people to not even want a game. And that motherfucker is just an idiot. I have to think Yoshida and House and Layden are all probably going, dude, we gotta replace this motherfucker. This dude's crazy. Like, he's gonna sink us. We take 10 steps forward, and he wants to push us 100 steps back. You just don't say those. You don't say those comments. I mean, you might, even if you think them or whatever. That might be your motivation or whatever. You don't say those type of comments to a reporter. It just
damn, Corpse, you're just going all in.
Undertale sucks the cum of a boat mouth and suck the cum from a dildo that's stuck in a cum-filled asshole. Good God.
I know.
That's a lot of cum.
That's a lot of snowballing and felching, dude. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
But I agree. Undertale does look like it sucks.
Well, I heard that if you like games for like the story, then Undertale is actually a really good game as far as the story goes. I'm not really sure how true that is. I mean, it's coming to the PlayStation 4. I'll likely, if it's cheap enough, obviously, I'll likely buy it just to see what it's all about. I bought it on PC, but I never played it before I switched back, and I've already sold my GPU, so I don't. Instead of going out and spending like $700 for me to play a $20 game, I think I might just wait for it to come on PlayStation.
If you get the collector's edition, it comes with a music box.
Oh, I'm good with the collector's edition. I think I'm gonna stick with the digital version just so that way I don't have to walk out of the store with that.
Like, yeah, I'll pay the $5 to have that shipped to my house. I don't want people to see me buy that shit.
No, Halo Storm, Phil Spencer came out and said, we have 42 games, and 22 of them were console exclusivity. He's like, but like, what is the fine print at the bottom should have said, all but 7 of them will be later seen on the PlayStation 4. All those 22 exclusives, all but 7 of them are actually, like, he showed what, like, it was basically like a trailer for what's up and coming on the PlayStation 4. Which I love their conference because they actually had a lot of games. I think they did a terrible job at trying to sell the Xbox One X, showing off a bunch of easily powered games. But yeah, I love the fact that, you know, they went from like 7 games that they talked about at E3, and they had 42 people come out on stage, to actually 42 games they talked about, which was actually a really nice change of pace for them. I'm hoping that they keep with that. One of the games I'm actually really hyped about for Xbox is Super Lucky's Tale. I love platformers.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dude.
That one looks really good to me. I don't know. I love Knack. But
you like Knack and you like those platformers, yeah, it's gonna be a good game for you.
I love
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, low key. I said this in the podcast before, like low key. I'm kind of looking forward to it too. Like, I'd play it. I haven't played a good platformer in years. I mean, fuck it, why not, right?
I mean, yeah, it looks good. I mean, I doubt it's going to be like a very expensive game. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. I'm definitely not picking it up to show off the power of the Xbox One X, but, you know, I mean, I'm picking it up because I'm always looking for a fun game. I mean, I don't always want to have a game where it like has a deep, real narrative and you really get lost in it, or I don't always want a game where I'm mindless shooting people or whatever. Just every once in a while where I can just relax and just play a damn platformer. As long as they're fun, I'm good.
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. There's nothing. I enjoy a good platformer from time to time. Like I said, I haven't played one forever, but you know what though? Aesthetically though, it looks like a really fun game. Aesthetically,
really
yeah.
I thought they were actually like bringing out like Tails, like from Sonic and Tails.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
And I thought, oh wow, like the Sega deal really happened. And then I said Super Lucky Tales. I was like kind of disappointed, but at the same time, whenever they started showing the gameplay, I was like, huh, not too bad. It was actually good to see Microsoft actually have a console exclusive, an actual exclusive to Xbox or Microsoft that actually was not a shooter. It was actually nice to see that. So I'll support that any day because I want them to. I want Microsoft to know that not everybody that plays their platform is there for a damn shooter.
Right, not everybody wants to be that way, yeah. Because we were thinking it was going to be Conker's Bad Fur Day at first. Like, we're like,
oh, see, I almost thought that too.
I was like, yo, like, is that like a baby Conker, like a prequel? That'd be fucking hilarious.
I thought that too. I thought, my God, they're actually going to use the fucking IP that they have. Nope.
Yeah.
How do you sit on that many fucking good IPs from Rare, and then have them make fucking Sea of Thieves?
Because Sea of Thieves looks like it's gonna be a sexy beast. You know, I know you're not
No,
interested
I'm not.
in it, but like it looks good to me. I can't wait for it.
I might pick it up later. I mean, I just haven't been impressed. Like whenever I played the small little bit of the alpha test, I wasn't impressed on that. But I mean, it looked better like at E3 than what it did, you know, when I played it. It's just not something that screams like, because it's a multiplayer only game. So I mean, again, like Overwatch didn't look whole lot of fun until I played it. So maybe this might be one of those things. But I will give it a try. Like I buy most every exclusive that comes out on Xbox. I didn't buy Halo Wars 2 because I already know I'm not into no stupid RTS game. But other than that, I mean, I pretty much buy every one.
Hey Rambo, so, I got a question for you. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think of Gran Turismo possibly might be getting outshined by the Forza series? I'm just throw that out there.
Possibly, no. They are.
Well, like, what do you mean by outshined?
More cars, more tracks,
more content.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Dynamic weather.
Oh, so dynamic
4K.
weather. Dynamic will be there in Gran Turismo. Native 4K will be there in Gran Turismo.
No, Gran Turismo is 1800p.
No.
Dude, he just looked up the specs on it. Like
right.
So long
yeah.
Right. If you just give me a second.
Okay.
When Digital Foundry did the 1800p test, that was on the beta build. On the pre-E3 showing, whenever they actually showed off Gran Turismo quite a bit, they came out and confirmed that it would be running at native 4K, 60 frames per second.
Okay, now explain how Forza has a bunch more cars.
That I'm not sure. I don't know why that. I don't really care about the cars because I never have played. Whenever I play a racer, like Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, the Crew, any of those games where I'm racing, I never play like half of the cars that are there. I play barely any of them. I usually pick one that I like and just stick with it. So,
okay, but you drive on all the tracks. Forza has more tracks.
Yeah, that I'll give you. As far as like the mechanics of the game, I think that Gran Turismo will always be like the definitive like sim racer, but Forza Motorsport is actually a damn good better at everything else than Gran Turismo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The thing that I've always stated is like I've always wanted Turismo because Turismo, right? Aside from being like one of the bigger events in the UK, they have the opportunity of outshining some of these racers like Forza. Like they have the fidelity of the way it handles down. They've got all of the engineering from a fucking car inside and out memorized. Like I want to see them take that shit to the next level. I want to see them bust out the customization mod kits that people would actually use in these races. I mean,
from what I've heard is that they're actually they are working on a actual Gran Turismo 7, and there's supposed to be like 240 cars or something like that in it. This is all like rumors crap or whatever. There's nothing I can show you that says this.
Yeah.
But this is what I've heard. So I mean, I'm hoping that actually comes true because I think that Gran Turismo Sport was kind of just enough to get just Gran Turismo out there. To see if so I guess because there was a big pull for Gran Turismo fans, to actually get one of these games on the PS4. So I think the Gran Turismo Sport was actually just like a quick put together thing to get one out there. To basically suffice them, and then the actual Gran Turismo 7 will be coming out later. That has like the actual the Gran Turismo that we all know. I'm hoping that that's true, but I can't argue against the fact that Gran Turismo Sport is lacking in pretty much everything, cars, tracks, customizations that Forza 7 has.
Right.
It will have the 4K and they have the dynamic weather. As far as to me, I still say there's nothing compares to as far as on the consoles. Nothing compares to Gran Turismo as far as like the sim racing mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Now Forza 7 comes damn close, or Forza comes damn close, but they don't actually hit it there. But I still like the mechanics of Gran Turismo better than I do Forza. But Forza is a damn good game.
Yeah.
Right now they're pretty much winning the racer. They're the definitive racer right now. But like like with most racers though, even Forza or Gran Turismo, I'll buy them and then I can only race for so long on tracks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, put it up. Let's go to something else. Because it's just turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. Watch out for a car. Turn left, turn right. It's just the same thing over and over again. There's really nothing to it.
Right.
But I don't know why people are saying that the game like Gran Turismo looks like crap. I guess maybe in the early builds that they showed, it did. I haven't really paid attention to a bunch of the early builds.
Yeah.
But the one that they showed off at the gameplay that they showed off at the pre-E3 show, it was beautiful, man. It reminded me of like Forza type shit as far as like the looks of it goes, the graphics.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what it's like. I haven't played a Gran Turismo game in quite some time, and the last one was shit. So,
yeah, the last Turismo there was a lot to be left there. Like it was not good. It was okay. Like I think the last great Turismo game, honestly, wasn't even last generation. It was the PlayStation 2.
Gran Turismo 2 was good.
2 was good. A-Spec was good, and Gran Turismo
wasn't bad.
I was just gonna say 4. 4 was really good. Like
it wasn't 4 like on 2 and 3.
No, it was just on 2. And then
okay.
What they did, well, technically, if you want to say that, you could, because the dumb fucks out of Polyphony decided, oh, well, we're just gonna reuse assets from 4, and they literally that's what they did.
What it was. That's what it was. That's the reason why I'm thinking that. Okay,
yeah.
I remember. I think GT4 was actually like to me the last good one. Because
like,
5 and 6 needed.
Bro, it's still amazing to me.
Prayer.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, like how long 5 took to fucking come out, and that whole time, all they did was port over cars from their PlayStation 2 port. Like, I was like, you've got to be shitting me, dude. Like, what the fuck? And then they had the balls to turn around and be like, oh, you have to pay for premium cars. Like, what, bitch? I paid $60 fucking for a PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 2 game, you son of a bitch, that I already own. Oh, man.
What's crazy is, I'm going to look it up real quick just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that like 5 and 6, no matter, even though they were the shitty fucking games, 5 sold 10.7 million fucking copies.
Yeah, because we were all hyped for it, man. We were like, yeah, this game's gonna be awesome, and we got it. We're like, what the fuck is this? We still played it, but it was still shit, though. 6
definitely fell off because it went from 10 million on 5 to 3.32 million.
Oh boy.
So they obviously, but even though I think that came out the same year that PS4 came out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people migrated over, and they just didn't. They were actually pissed that they didn't bring it, port it over to the PlayStation 4. I personally am glad they didn't, because that would have been like embarrassing to have Gran Turismo 6 up against Forza Motorsport 5.
True.
But like Gran Turismo has a following. Like it's going to sell, no matter what. It's one of those things like kind of like the Halo franchise. You can put a shitty fucking Halo game, Halo 5, and it'll still sell. And you can put a shitty fucking Gran Turismo title, and it'll still sell.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
The advertising for Halo 5 was crap, but the game itself.
I'm not saying the multiplayer is crap, because I don't play the multiplayer. But remember, the story and the whole campaign to me fucking sucked.
I felt it could have been longer and a little more clear, but that was about it.
I got tired of fucking playing as Locke. Like the whole fucking time, like 98% or not, it felt like 98% of the fucking time you were playing as Locke, and you were like not even playing as the fucking Master Chief. And I get that they want to work him out of the storyline, but to me, once you work Master Chief out of the Halo storyline, you pretty much killed Halo.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
I don't know, man. Like, I just want these guys to go back to doing what they love to do instead of making it feel like it's just another job for them. Like, that's what these games are when they come out. When these games come out, that's all it feels like anymore. Is, oh, it's just a job. It's just, you know, I'm here to cash in for a check and then I'm gone. You know, that's what these games are starting to feel like more and more throughout the years, and it sucks.
Oh, one of the other things in that, if y'all actually want to listen to that whole shitstorm, no, just any other time besides now, because I can't do it again. K Magda was talking about how, like, the media bias and stuff like that, and then how, you know, Quantum Break got shitted on because of the whole dynamic scaling and all that crap like that, and all this, you know, all these different things. But then he said the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
He said that you can tell that there's bias because the Order 1886 was praised. And I said, show me any fucking article out there that says anything nice about the Order other than the fact that it has good looking graphics. That's it.
Yeah.
I said that game was shitted on from left to right. I was like, you can't use. I mean, if you're gonna use the damn game, don't use the Order, because that damn sure ain't the game you're gonna win with, because that game was shitted on, rightfully so. But shit, like, you can't pick that game. I personally thought the Order was good. I felt that it could have been. Did y'all ever play it?
No. I played like the first level of it, and I didn't care about it. I was like, whatever. I
felt the game could have been a hell of a lot longer, and definitely gone a little bit more deeper into the story and how we got to the situation that we were in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that, like what everybody says, they basically built it to show what the PlayStation 4 could do.
Yeah, it was a tech demo. Yeah,
yep.
It was a tech demo. That's pretty much what it was. My only bitch about the game, like, and the reason why I was turned away from it so fast, was how streamlined everything was. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate streamlined games. Like, I can't stand it. Like, I love the idea of exploration and going and discovering things. Like. And like, only a few games that I played, honestly, have ever gotten away with being streamlined and where I could actually like it and get into it. And that's usually because the character development's really well done. And it's not. And for me,
streamlined is like kind of like a point A to point B.
Yeah. Like, very few games do that to a point where I can actually, like, sit through it and be okay with it. Like, some games like The Order, like, I just could not get into it. I really couldn't.
But now, wait, Halo does that.
Yeah, and that still goes in my case and point. Like, it has to be done in a way
is that one that you can?
That's one of the exceptions. Yes,
okay,
it's done.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out like where you stood on that one.
Yeah, no.
That's weird, because, like, to me, Gears and Halo are very linear.
Oh yeah.
Well, very streamlined, like you said. And to me, it feels like when I play Gears, I feel less. Even though I fucking hate the mechanics of Gears, I feel that Gears does a better job at hiding the linear fact than Halo does. Halo almost literally feels like that you are running from just a straight line, and it's just kind of. They do a good job at covering it up by, you know, the story and all the different things going on and stuff like that. But it just feels like that when I'm playing that one compared to Gears does a better job at hiding it. It makes you feel kind of like, it's kind of like how Uncharted in the first 3 before they made it more open world.
Yeah.
How the first Uncharted's they're very linear, but they still made you feel like that you weren't really just on a point A to point B path. Halo seems they do it, but they don't seem to do it good enough. And yes, Halo CE was definitely an open one, the very first one, and then it just went to shit after that as far as open worlds go.
I could see that.
Yeah, I hope that Halo 6 does go back to the open worldness of.
Because in the very first one is what really
it was
got
fucking
me
wide open. It felt like.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you had to backtrack. You had to go and, like, pull levers. It was a really good game. I liked it. It was really
Yeah.
in depth, and then you got to see more than one perspective in that game. So not only were you playing as Chief, but you were also playing as Arbiter, and it was a really well put together storyline.
I think so. I think that I just wish that I don't know if 343 produced the quality that Bungie did with Halo.
No, I don't think they'll ever get to that point. I mean, according to a lot of people in this community, for some stupid reason, like 343 are like the gods of Halo now, and it's like no, that's not something they will ever be.
That's just because these people that say that can't seem to like say anything negative or anything not really negative, but critical of anything related to Microsoft. It's like whatever Microsoft does, whether they're first party studios, Microsoft themselves, whatever, everything is right, perfect. Like to me, I think Epic did a better job at Gears than Coalition.
Yeah.
But I mean, it makes sense because Gears was Epic's IP. They're the ones who created Gears, and then Bungie created Halo. So naturally, to me, they're the ones that have a better understanding of it, better feel for it. And then you have these two new companies jump in. Obviously, with Coalition, Rod Ferguson's still there, but you have these all these new people to the series, and I just don't think you can, like, it would be like replacing everybody at Naughty Dog and say, go make Uncharted. It just wouldn't work. To me, it just wouldn't work.
LA Noire looks like it's getting a remaster to come to Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
Really?
Yep.
That was actually a...
That's
I love the
interesting.
game, but I'm not sure I'd want it to, be resurfaced again. I mean, I beat it twice.
It was a good game. It wasn't one that was like, man, I would love to have that on my PlayStation 4 on my next gen console.
You're like, it's a must-have, people.
Yeah, I never thought of LA Noire as one that could be a remastered type of title.
I think it's because Nintendo wants it, and if Rockstar
might as well.
If Rockstar's gonna do it, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to just throw on the other two.
Yeah, I mean, might as well, if you're gonna put it on one, you might as well put it on all three, especially like a company like Rockstar. Yeah,
hopefully they add some online or something to it though, because it doesn't have very much replayability.
No, it doesn't really, and I don't know how you would handle online with that though. That would be interesting to see how they would make that online.
Leaderboard, something. I mean,
something. Yeah, they'd have to do something to spice it up or to make it to where it's worth. Because to me, it was like a one and done title. So I mean, they'd have to do something to make you want to come back and play it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Apex. I know Cliffy B said that, and I wasn't saying that Gears was bad. I don't like the mechanics of Gears whatsoever. I think that they feel clunky and they feel old and outdated. I think I didn't play Gears 4. From what I own it, but I still haven't played it yet. From what I've heard from a lot of people, even a bunch of gearheads, they're saying that the game was okay. It wasn't really anything to be like, yes, Gears, this is the one, this is the badass one. Like, even the sales have actually suffered because of that fact. Like they're saying that the only reason that Gears 4 actually even got close to breaking even was because of the microtransactions in it. It wasn't because of the sales of the game, which is kind of weird for a Gears game.
I will admit, I drank a lot of Rockstar energy drinks just to get those codes.
The codes for the microtransactions?
Yeah, for the weapon skins and
yeah, this motherfucker, he went out ham on it. I remember when this shit came out. Like, there's fucking Jesus Christ.
Well, hell, I drink Red Bull anyway, but when Destiny did a game a thing where you could, underneath the Red Bull tab, there was codes for content, actually in-game content that other people got later on, like 2 or 3 months later, but you could get it early if you got the code.
Yeah.
I went out and bought like 3 40 packs of 20 ounces and just drank them all day long every day until I got all the codes, and then I put in all my codes, and then they started creating a maximum of 10 codes per character, and so I maxed out all that. Then I was just giving away to people, and Yeah, I understand. I understand where he was coming from on that.
Yeah, I was up for 2 days, like at the first start, because I had like 4 rock stars in one day, and I've never drank that many like at one time.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, I went through the same thing because like once I chilled my first 40-pack, I just downing one. I mean, that's what I was using instead of Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew all day long. Just nothing but Red Bull.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna die an early death.
Oh, you've been worse with energy drinks.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I don't drink that shit. That's for hippies.
Not anymore, maybe.
And Halo Storm, nobody. I think you might be misunderstanding like what we're saying. I'm not saying that. I think whenever I say like Halo 5 sucked or Gears 4 wasn't all that great as far as like from what I've heard. Like I said, I haven't played that one to speak my opinion on it. I don't think you're hearing us right saying that we think that it was bad. We're just comparing it to the previous iterations of the game, and I think those previous iterations actually outshined Halo 5 and Gears 4 as far as Gears 4 is from the community standpoint, and Halo 5 from my own personal standpoint from playing the campaign on it. I think that those previous ones outshined that game. You might think differently, but I just don't want you thinking that we're saying that it sucked, or I'm saying that the game just sucked. It just sucked in comparison to the older titles.
He's just being a fanboy, guys. Get him!
Well, I mean, I can admit, because I played Halo 5 on launch night all the way through with a group of friends. You won't see a fan-demanded Halo 5 remaster in 10 years.
No, I agree.
But you'll probably see the original or Halo 2 be remastered at least one more time.
Yeah, you won't see. Yeah, Halo. Like you'll never. I don't think you'll ever see any of the fans like demand for a Halo 5 remaster.
No, fuck no, you won't. Like, there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? Why are we doing this?" Like, it's really. I mean, it's a good game. It's just you're not gonna see people like go out of their way to make sure that these things get remade, like they're trying to do with Reach right now.
But yeah, I feel like with Reach and with Halo 3 and stuff, those are better games to me than Halo 5 was.
Yeah.
That's not taking away anything from Halo 5. I just think those were better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on.
What'd you think about the Sega thing, Rambo?
You had to refresh my
the Sega Forever thing that was released on mobile.
I didn't even see what.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about that earlier. Okay. So
it's
no, that's all right. You can explain it better. This is your baby.
Oh. Anyways, it's got full controller support, and it goes all the way back to the Master System and the Mega Drive up to Genesis, Dreamcast, and Saturn. It's all free. You download it on your iPhone or Android, and you have to put up with an ad every now and then, but it's free.
So I can play like Sonic the Hedgehog and
Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, Phantasy Star 2, Kid Chameleon, Comic Zone.
What controller do I have to use?
Any Bluetooth controller. So a PS4 controller would work.
The PS4 controller would work?
Yeah.
PS4 controller works on phone.
Shit, I'm fucking downloading this shit right now then.
he's like, oh, it's on.
I love the Sonic games, and I'm glad that y'all saw the 2 new Sonic games that are coming out, right?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I forgot what they're called. Shane, you know what it like?
Sonic Mania is one of them.
Yeah, one of them. I forgot the other one's called. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But they're one of them. They actually remastered, level up a Sonic 2. The chemical plant.
Oh, okay.
Once I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm buying this because that was like my favorite level off of the whole damn thing.
And then what you call it? Valkyrie. What is it?
Valkyria.
Valkyria Revolution launches on the 27th.
Yeah, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. No, PC.
No, this just says PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, I thought it was coming to the PC as well.
So yeah, the Vanguard edition, you get the 12-song soundtrack. It seems like a game Brim would like more than I think me.
Which game?
Valkyria Revolution.
Yeah, it looks like. Well, I played the first Valkyria games and they were pretty decent. So I mean, yeah, why not? I'd try it.
Let's see I saw today like somebody put out a list of the play because I was actually going to be working on that to figure out like what games are coming out the rest of the year, and it's actually a pretty healthy list. I mean, some pretty good games. This is the PS4 exclusives.
Over the summer.
For the rest from now until the rest of the year.
Oh, okay. Well, not for Xbox. Then the summer's dry.
Because
So it's for the PC.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Final Fantasy 13 Remaster, Pyre, Hellblade, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Everybody's Golf, Yakuza Kiwami, Danganronpa V3, Gundam Versus, YS8, Boundless, Death Gambit, GT Sport, Knack 2, Next Machina, Nidhogg 2, Ni no Kuni 2, and Windjammers.
Windjammers? Really?
Yeah, that's a pretty healthy lineup for just considering the fact that they have all their big, the big AAA coming out the end of the year.
Yeah.
I really wish that Microsoft that would hopefully next year is since Phil's like maybe doing more of the hands-on thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he sees that releasing 4 or 5 exclusives in a 2-month window next to all the biggest AAA third-party titles isn't really a healthy way for those games to actually succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love to see him even space them out, like a couple in the early, couple in the middle, couple in the later on, just to where they can actually stand on their own and possibly get enough support from the community to where like some of these even Super Lucky Tales or maybe a game like Sunset Overdrive or Rise or whatever would have got a better reception, from the crowd if they weren't released against bigger titles, or bigger well-known titles. So I would love to see them space them out, kind of. I know I say like PlayStation does, but kind of like PlayStation does, where parties. So it's like you got to spread your money out so damn much, already with the third parties, but then you add, other exclusives in there with it. I think that those exclusives would do better. I think Gears 4 would have actually done better on sales if it would have released even a month or 2 earlier. I just hope that he starts seeing that and maybe changes that even just a little bit, just tweaks it enough. I don't care if he even released all 4 of them 2 months before the third party games. At least the 4, I could buy the 4, and then it wouldn't be like buy the 4 and all those other third parties at one time. It would be buy the 4, then later on, 2 months later, buy all the third parties.
Yeah.
I think that they could still do better as far as sales wise, and maybe get sequels other than Gears, Halo, and Forza if they actually released them in a better time frame. And I'm glad to see Sea of Thieves got pushed back until next year, early next year, because that game was going to get killed if it released against any of the big third parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo Storm. Yeah, that Sony does do the same shit reverse, except the only problem is with the reverse scenario is that there's not really a whole lot of huge name AAA third-party titles releasing in the reverse of what Microsoft does, and so that's the reason why I say that, is because I think that if you check out the God of War series sales next year, I guarantee you those sales will be better than any title releasing by this fall. And it's not because it's I can say that definitively it's a better game than any of those. It's just that it doesn't have near as much competition. So to me, he might be competing with PlayStation, but he's also competing with those third party games whenever he's releasing all those games right around Call of Duty and Battlefield, Battlefront, Red Dead. You can't release it around these titles. I mean, look at what happened with Battleborn. It released next to Overwatch, and it got destroyed.
Part of it's now free to play.
Yeah, it's not even a bad game. It's just that it was too similar to Overwatch as far as the characters look, or the games look.
Well,
destroyed because you can't compete with Blizzard.
Yeah, you never release anything next to Battlefield, Call of Duty, or a Blizzard title. Any Blizzard title.
I don't as big as Last of Us is, or as big as Naughty Dog is, as far as like a respected developer, and how popular that.
Oh, okay. Oh, it actually comes with one of those.
Yep.
Because I can notice a difference between when I plug in a mic USB and when I plug in a mic with 3.5.
You guys said the live stream is broke. What are you talking about? I'm still here.
Yeah, I think that it might be.
No, we didn't switch hosts.
Oh, it just now. Yeah, you want to host?
Yeah.
Shane?
I have to get things set up, like pictures and stuff. I don't have none of that.
No, you don't. Just wait. The picture stuff, really? You haven't done? Oh, now it's
back.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. It dropped a little bit, but
They wouldn't even. Did you get it back up?
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.